Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do. And when you do, be sure and tap on the little notification bell so you'll be notified every time we put up a new video. In fact, we're starting to get quite a few subscribers now. It's pretty nice.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Bunches. We need those subscribers. Okay. Well, let me just get right into this. Quite a few years ago, one of my buddies bought this bike, and he just loved it. He was really happy with it. He'd had a lot of motorcycles. He had several motorcycles at the time, but he bought this shovel because it was just a nice, sweet old bike. And he rode it and rode it. In fact, he left it in my shop sometimes, and I rode it and rode it. I mean, we just kind of used this thing because it's one of those just sweet old bikes. Well, he messed up his shoulder pretty bad and had to quit riding. So I called another one of my buddies who came and bought it from him. And he had it for quite a few years. Well, he passed away last January. And not much I can say about that, except I miss him. He was a great guy, one of my best friends. Anyway, so his brother called me and said, I've got this bike and you probably ought to have it. So he brought it to me, and I have it. Now, it was broken when he parked it, and it's been parked now for quite a few years. Like I said, this thing's been in the family for some time now. And what happened to it is really, I won't say it's unique because I've seen it before, but I think only one time before. The sprocket shaft either broke or the nut came off and the taper is just slipping because the engine is no longer turning over. Let's see, how can I lock it up? Here, let me hold this. There, if I hold that, you can see that I can turn this bolt, which is right onto the end of the shaft, and the motor won't turn over. I can't show it. I can't figure out how to do that. Oh, I got one of those little blocks of some kind. I'm sure I could stuff something in there. Let me see if I can stuff something in there. Anything will do it, really. What have I got? I'll stick something in there. Maybe we'll stick a piece of hose in there. That'll probably do it. There.
Wow.
Yeah, it's just basically what I'm saying is it's spinning. You can actually look in the hole here. This part will turn and the flywheel is sitting still in there. Therefore, we can honestly say it's broken. The only way to fix this thing is all the way to the inside of the motor. I opened it up to see if I could find anything wrong out here, and there's nothing wrong out here. I mean, it's got the Pro clutch I put in it years ago. It's got the M6 tensioner I put in it years ago. This thing got all the goodies. Both those two guys just loved it. And since they loved it, whatever it wanted, it got. This thing got an SU carburetor. It's got a Dynatec electronic ignition. It's got a cycle electric regulator. It's got Jim's hydraulic lifters. It's got just about everything you could ask for. And now it's going to have a fresh motor. So the idea was, what are you going to do with this thing, Mike? Do you really need it? Yes, I really need it. Why do I really need it? I really need it because it's a family item and the bike itself is entitled to some special treatment. And, you know, if you've been following along on the channel, then you saw the sidecar I have that I put on my bike, that I put on my Shovelhead, which I thought came out pretty good. I mean, I designed the mounts and Rob Turner welded them all for me. I cut all the pieces and he did all my welding for me. He's a great welder. He did some beautiful work. And that sidecar fit pretty well. I didn't do all the things you should probably do with a sidecar. I didn't put adjustable rake trees on the bike, things like that. Another friend of mine called me and has a pair of them for me. So what I'm going to do is the mounts that we made for the other bike, for the sidecar, will fit this one. So we're going to do it. And I'll put the sidecar on this when the motor is done. Now, I think a lot of other people are sitting out there saying, Mike, you didn't finish your flathead. You didn't even put your flathead motor together yet. Well, it's like everybody else. You know, things happen, and they just happen. And I've been trying to catch up with everything lately, and then I got this, and as far as I got with it was to gunk it off so I could see how the bike looked after sitting in a garage at the beach for 10 years. The flathead is going to get done probably before this motor gets done. We're just going to take things in order. I'm having my second eye surgery tomorrow, which is going to be wonderful.
Yes.
Yes, they did the other eye last year. Now they're saying, okay, your other eye is now bad enough that we're ready to fix it. You have any idea what it's like going somewhere and looking at everything? And I love colors. And having one set of colors in one eye and another set of colors in the other eye.
Yeah.
Not exactly a walk in the park. Anyway, so after tomorrow, that will be a whole lot better. And when I went to the Born Free show and I wasn't home, Sonia hurt herself. So now the dog has to be checked out every several days. Anyway, she'll get new x-rays on Friday, and she's doing well. Sonia is doing well, which is cool. Well, things have been a little hectic is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Just a little.
And the heat.
And the heat, yes. I don't know about your house, but it's been 110 at mine. So, you know. Anyway, so that's what it's been like. So that's what I really wanted to say more than anything. But I really want to put this bike together. This is going to be fun because now we'll have one with a sidecar that will always have its sidecar on. We won't take it off. I'll get used to riding it, which I didn't do on my own bike. And it won't feel strange because it really felt strange on my own Shovelhead that I've had for 46 years. But my Shovelhead is a 77. This Shovelhead is a 78. Everything we made for it is going to just bolt right onto it for me. So it's going to be great.
Yeah.
Okay, other than that, let's see. Let's just look this bike over for fun just because good, bad, whatever the case may be, I'm glad it's here. I'm very pleased to have it. Mm-hmm. We'll have a lot of fun with it here. And
I'd like to have it.
yeah, well. Anyway, so there this thing is. Like I said, it does have a Rivera Pro clutch, which I'm very fond of those. I have one in my Shovelhead.
Especially foot pegs.
And it's got, well, these are standard 78s.
Okay. Oh, standard on 78?
Yeah, 78 FLHs is when they came out with these peg mounts. I bought my bike new in 78, my Shovelhead, which is a 77, and it had these real funky ones on it. One was missing. And I told them, I said, hey, I'm missing one foot peg mount, passenger peg. They said, well, we'll just get you the pair of the latest ones for it. And it was a pair of these, and I've loved them for years. Mm-hmm. Not to say that you have to move them often, but if you have a tendency to taste, if you have a tendency to date women of different heights, these things move up and down.
Yep.
So that you can get the right mount for the passenger you have.
Looks like it has bags.
Oh, and it has bags. You can't see them from here. They're over in there. It has a beautiful set of leather bags that I had made for it. And that was made for Paco. Oh, who they made from? I think they come from Iron Bag.
That's right.
Iron Bag. Yeah, they're a beautiful bag. Okay, so that tells us about this side. Like I said, this is an M6 tensioner, and that's in all the big suppliers' books. And this is mounted in my style, the way I do it. On these earlier bikes, in other words, this Shovelhead, as opposed to, say, an Evo or a newer bike, the floor of the inner primary is not level. It's actually angled like that, angled down. So the way I compensate for that with the M6 tensioner, and I did this for my friend who owns M6, and we decided that was the way to do it way back when, is I take the bottom shim that I'm putting under this shoe here, and I bend the tabs so that it levels this whole thing. Then you shim it to this specific height, which is, which is specified by M6 on how to do it. But anyway, I just do them level in there, and that's the way to do that, or the way I do it. I'm really fond of the clutch and the M6. Like I said, it's the same setup I use in my own. I did it for these guys, and they just loved it. And it's just a nice diaphragm, easy pull clutch.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, yes. Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
I think it may be a little loud for that, won't it?
Do it. Oh, beautiful.
Paco used to come riding in the front door of the shop going. Anyway. So like I said, this bike was designed for fun, and it's going to see it. What else is on this thing? Oh, yes. I also put a Jag oil cooler on it with the shut-off. And I also put, no, we can't get them anymore, but these are Cycle Shack drag pipes. And I can tell by looking at them that I put them on. And of course there is the SU manifold. The carburetor was off when the bike got here. And that's about it of anything that there's really is to show off here. But I've got the mounts all made up for this side. I'm going to have to remodel one of them for up front here, but everything else should just bolt right together. So we'll do this motor. I don't know how big this motor is. It's not very big, and it doesn't have very much power. It's always been very, very smooth and very, very sweet and basically gutless. And if we're going to hook it up to a sidecar, we may have to do a few little things inside to warm it over so that it will go freeway speeds with a sidecar with no difficulty. And we're going to do that. So that's coming up. It's not coming up soon, but it's coming up. I really want to get busy on the flathead. And now that the pan head is up, and we did several things on the pan head in the last several videos, and the shovel, and they're being really good and having fun, and so this one will join the group. Now, other than that, I think all we really have that I really want to show badly is our t-shirts. Here we have t-shirts. These are our t-shirts. That one's Baby Doll. Always nice to have a picture of Baby Doll. There's the knuckle motor. These are ones with me on both of those are the knuckle. And our latest one, we call this one Coming At You. And that's me on my Shovelhead, having more fun than I should probably be allowed. But that's it, and of course the baseball cap with the, what do you call it?
Embroidered.
Embroidered. It's actually embroidered. Anyway, and that's pretty much it for the shirts. Anyone who wants to order a shirt, all you need to do is go to our website, which is pacificmike.com. pacificmike.com, it will come up, and up in the upper right-hand corner it says T-shirt store, and you can order shirts or baseball caps. So, like I said, I'm going to be off here for a few days. They're going to make me take it easy for a couple days here after they do my eye. And then Sonia usually takes a full day at the vet, including waiting in line for an x-ray and the whole works. So things are still going to be a little busy here for a few days, but they're going to come up so nice. It's going to be wonderful. Anyway, and until then, I'll see you out on the road.